And Imam Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah said there are 5 degrees of prayer, 5 categories of people in regards to the performance of their prayer. The first one, he says, this is a person who is negligent and huwa zalimun li nafsi, he wrongs himself. So this is a person who wrongs his soul. And he says this is a person who doesn't perform the wudu properly. This is a person who doesn't pray on time. This is a person who doesn't fulfill the essential pillars, right? So you get the idea. This is a person who's very reckless, even with the bare minimum, the outward expectations of the salah. And he said this is a person who will be punished, right? This is not a person who can expect that they will be forgiven for their salah. Of course, Allah Azza wa Jal is the one who passes the ultimate decree, but this is the salah of one who is punished, right? Because you are foregoing the essential pillars. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions about Bani Israel, فَخَلَفَ مِن بَعْدِهِمْ خَلْفٌ أَضَاعُوا الصَّلَاةَ, that there came after them a people that lost the prayer. And that was through delaying the prayer beyond its time, right? And in the process, سَوْفَ يَلْقَوْنَ غَيًّا, that they would find a valley in Jahannam for themselves in return. And so the salah of the one who wrongs their soul is the salah of one who can expect consequences for the negligence of their prayer on the Day of Judgment. May Allah protect us. Allahumma ameen. The second level, he says, is someone who prays on time. They pray with the specified limits. They fulfill the essential pillars. They do their wudu properly. So they're doing the external right. But when they go into salah, they are completely preoccupied by everything but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the externals are fine. Technically speaking, they did everything they were supposed to do with their wudu. Technically speaking, they entered into their salah. And on the outside, it looks like it's a valid prayer. But everything is lost on the inside to the preoccupations of this world and to paying attention to everything but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he said, this is the salah of a person who will be held accountable and may or may not be forgiven. Meaning they're relegated to the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the Day of Judgment. Allah might overlook their shortcomings, their inward shortcomings, but you don't want your salah to be at a category 2 to where it's hanging in the balance in that regard, right? The most important thing that you'll be asked about on the Day of Judgment, and the internal quality is all lacking. You don't want that to be the case, especially since the Prophet ﷺ mentioned that a person will get from their prayer what was put into it, right? So there's only the amount of focus that you have that will determine what actually transcends and transfers on the Day of Judgment for your account. So the second person is someone who is, in this gray area. They may or may not be punished by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the Day of Judgment. He says the